Hello, today I'm gonna run you through endoscopy, preparing for endoscopy and the whole endoscopy procedure. Um, this day and age, a lot of people might not really realize what's actually going on in their system, and especially if you haven't bloated stomach, you haven't so what they call irritable bowel syndrome, bloated stomach, and or you frequently going to the toilet, occasional bleeding in from your back passage. Some these things needs to be looked into because you might pose the risk of what they call bowel cancer or colon cancer. And colon cancer sometimes doesn't really show any signs at all. But if you're fortunate to actually have some of the signs, don't ignore the signs. Like I've told you, some of the signs that of people that actually susceptible to colon cancer or bowel cancer is one. If you have a history of someone that has cancer in your family, then you should go for screening. And the screening is using endoscopy. And if you have regular irritable bowel syndrome like bloated stomach and running stool, or you having um, blood in your stool, there's a need for you to actually get things checked out. Because the point is there's what we call the pumps that which is they are like growth in the colon that can lead to colon cancer or bowel cancer, as the case may be. And these polyps, if they can actually locate it at the very early stage, then they can actually get rid of all these polyps and you can be cleared from having colon cancer. So, and the procedure is really pretty simple because once they do the endoscopy, then they'll be able to see this form and they can remove it instantly. And you can be all clear. So, and that actually saves life. And a lot of people like from the age of 45, there's a need for you, once you're 45 and above, there's a need for you to actually be going for your bowel colon screening so that they can discover, because at that stage, that's when you pose the risk of having colon cancer. And colon cancer can actually easily spread if not detected. Cancer can easily be treated when at a very, very early stage. And colon cancer, especially, sometimes you might have stomach stomach pain, bloating in your belly, irritable bowel syndrome, or things like that. Yeah, you have to actually go for endoscopy for them to actually discover it and take out any pulse or give you the right treatment. Because there are treatment out there once you are able to alert your doctor or your consultant at the very early stages. And to prepare for the endoscopy, I mean, when you've been given a date for your endoscopy, there's you need to fast like 6 hours before the procedure, which means if you're doing it in the morning, for example, which is actually easier, then you basically skip breakfast. So once you eat at night, then you don't need to eat any other thing until your procedure. So after that, that's when you can go for the procedure. I've had it done before, and I'm going for another one now, which that's why I said let me just give you guys a feedback on this and a preview. So maybe if you're scared of it or things like that. So the first thing they ask you to do is that you mustn't eat or drink 6 hours before the procedure. Then you are given a form of animal. There are different type of animals that is available. It might be like a mixture that they give you that you have to drink, and then once you drink it, that what that one does is to cleanse your system and cleanse the colon, so that when they are doing the procedure, they can easily see everything that is going on inside your colon and check if there's any inflammation. Then they will take pictures of it. If there's any polyps they discover, which is little to growth, then they can actually take it off straight, and they will take pictures of it and take some biopsy in any area that they notice any abnormality in the back passage, and they take it out and they can actually test in a lab to see if it's all clear. And if you actually do the cleansing properly, then they'll be able to see everything that is going on in there. Here I've got the ready to use animal. That's the one I was given. So that's the one that's the one I'm using this time around. So, and I'll show you what it looks like inside the box. So let's see. Let's check out the box. So I've got that one this time around. So it looks like that. So then that one goes in the back pocket. You squeeze all the content inside the back passage, and yeah, I mean you have to lie down, and you have to lie down like that. So on your side, and squeeze all the content straight into the back passage, and lie down on your side. And you have to make sure you stay still for like 10, 15, 20 minutes. Then from then on, you will have to go to the toilet. So make sure when you use your animal, whichever format that they give you after, either it's the tablet or any mixture will have you, then you make sure that you are home when you use it, and because you will have to visit the toilet a couple of times overnight, before you actually go for your procedure. So that's why it's better for you to do go for your endoscopy in the morning, so you are home at night to be able to cleanse your system properly before you go for the procedure. So, and because if you have to do it in the evening and you are now at home during the day, I think that might be a little bit stressful. So that's my own opinion from speaking from experience. And on the day of your procedure, which I will actually run you through it for now, because we might not allow recordings in there. So, but I'll run you through before and after. So, on the day of your procedure, you go down there and you'll be given a sedative, and sometimes they actually give you complete anesthesia, so you don't really feel. When they give you the sedative, you don't really feel the procedure really. So you might just be aware before you start, and when they finish, that's when you kind of wake up, and you go to the recovery area, chill until you're able to get up and go. So it's a day procedure, so it's not to actually worry about. But the main thing is to and you be given you wear a hospital gown that is be facing backwards. So your backpack have to be open for them to be able to do the procedure. So when you're going for your procedure, make sure you wear a dress that is easier for you to take off, basically. So because they need to get down to the back passage and put the tube in. So but the main thing is, don't be scared of it, because you know that it's a life-saving procedure. Because you don't want to end up with bowel cancer. That's one thing. You don't want to end up with bowel cancer, colon cancer, because that's the worst case scenario. Because once you don't notice it and it starts to spread, it can be devastating. So we don't want that. So it's very, very important that we look after ourselves, go for this life-saving procedure, which there is a lot of treatment available. So before things actually go to a higher stage that might be incurable. So it's just a screening. Normally, every 10 years, that's when you go for screening. There's nothing discovered. But if they discover any problem and they remove it, then every 2 years, you have to go for other screening. But before then, even if you feel any other symptoms, don't hesitate to tell your doctor about it. Don't be scared, because this is a life-saving procedure. It's not painful. Yeah, it can be uncomfortable to actually having to go to the toilet and open your back to other people to look at, but it's there to save your life, basically. So wish me the best of luck in my own procedure as well, and I'll feed you back when I get everything sorted. Thank you very much.